Welcome back to the show. Fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken. I'm going to be joined by Sheamus here in just a little while. 615-737-1045 is the number. Are you have you done your WWE research? Are we talking wrestling with WWE Superstar Sheamus?
It is a shame that our resident WWE expert is not here. Robert is bummed to be missing this. I know that for sure.
He's on vacation. I'm sure he's fine.
He is. But Robert is, I wouldn't be surprised if Robert's listening right now. You know?
Yeah. You don't listen to the show when you're
absolutely not.
Under no circumstances.
That's
the only reason I know about things that happened on the show, like apparently Robert's ability or inability to come up with the word inequity, is because we have narcs in our audience and because they will immediately tweet me when the two of you do something wrong.
Well, we were talking about the opposite of equity as it relates to when someone builds up equity, like in an accounting sense, not in terms of imbalance or inequality. So the opposite of equity in that case would be liabilities, right? As we were talking about the liability the Titans offensive line has built up with this fan base, with how much they have to prove next year. So kind of wrong, but not totally wrong. That is one thing I will say I'm good at, is when I'm not here, is shutting out anything that's happening here.
The one time I actively tried to do that, I deleted Twitter, and then you had to let me back into my Twitter account because the ruse that you've been posing. Did you post the polls from your own Twitter account while I was gone, or were you doing that for mine too?
Of course I did. I deleted your Twitter account from my phone a long time ago.
0% chance.
So yeah, I am curious to talk to Sheamus about this because the Titans have opposition here. Like, they're not the only NFL team that got assigned to Ireland. And there are some pretty significant NFL franchises that also have rights to engage in marketing and commercial opportunities in the beautiful country of Ireland. They are the Packers, the Chiefs, the Steelers, and the Jets and the Jags. So Ireland got some of the NFL's best and some of its worst.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of that going around. I am efforting the meeting ID, apparently, for Sheamus, which I'm going to text to him right now so that he can pop in the Zoom and we can chat with him about these very same things. He's an interesting figure in all this because he's been in Nashville for quite some time. And I'm curious to know about his Titans fandom. I'm sure he's talked about it in other platforms, but I'm looking forward to finding out more about how it was that he came to land on this particular football team, if Nashville was just where he landed and he decided to adopt the local teams, and how much interest there is in American football at all. Or, I mean, the Irish can be known to enjoy a dust-up from time to time. I don't know if American football plays into that theme. I know that they have tried. They have played these games internationally before, and like last year's wasn't the college football season opener in Ireland with Boston College and Florida State?
Yes, it was.
That is something that I'm not entirely sure why they're trying to force American football onto the Irish that way. But, I mean, if it gets the Titans to finally market themselves internationally or to try and expand their brand, I think there's no reason to not do it, right?
We talked about this earlier this week when we learned about all of these countries getting assigned certain teams. I don't know what Nigeria did to the NFL to get one team and it be the Cleveland Browns. Other countries only got one team. South Korea, Japan, China got the Rams. Colombia got the Dolphins. France got the Saints. Makes sense. Nigeria gets the Cleveland Browns and only the Cleveland Browns. So I don't know.
And there's some great Nigerian football players.
Right. There really is a ton of Nigerian Americans in the National Football League. So why do we do Nigeria like that?
Well, we can debate these things at another time. Sheamus, WWE Superstar, joins us now on 104.5 The Zone. We're very pleased to have him. We appreciate you making the time, boss man. Oh, might have a little bit of robo voice going there for Sheamus. We'll see if we can't clean that up and touch base. Are you able to hear us clearly, or is it just on our end? Yeah. Okay. This is ill-fated. It seems.
No.
Maybe we just have him call.
It's a shame.
Don't
For
laugh
us.
at your own joke. Don't laugh at your own joke right now. Terrible. All right, Jackson. So what do we do now here? Because I don't want to waste this man's time. But I do want to speak to him about this because it is an interesting story that he's particularly and uniquely equipped to speak on. So should we just pass him the phone number? Is that what we should do here? Okay. Thank you for all your insights and analysis back there.
I'm working back here.
Are you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure entirely what's going on. So we will get him the phone number. Oh, are we good?
Yeah, I'll use my phone, mate. How's it going?
All right.
It's going fine. It's better now that we can see and hear you clearly. We appreciate you making the time today, Sheamus. I'm sorry for it being a hassle.
No, it's my fault. The laptop just wasn't cooperating, so I just went straight to my phone. So I appreciate you guys having me on. I really do. It's great to talk about Titans and the fact that they're coming to Ireland. Ireland's only exclusive NFL team, which is amazing.
So, what do you make of the international licensing with the NFL? Because it's always an interesting thing. I've done a couple of London games with the Titans now in my career covering them, and it's just fun to see the way that people gravitate towards it as an event. But I mean, are people actually interested in American football abroad?
100%, and it's basically, I think, like when I was in Ireland back in early 90s, there was a huge surge in popularity in the NFL. And then obviously there's a huge thing with Notre Dame going there and doing games, and we had the college football has been massive in Ireland, like literally getting sellout crowds all the time. But I think right now there's about 350,000 Irish NFL supporters. I saw that firsthand when I did the Pat McAfee show before College Game Day.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. Like, I was blown away because I've been out of the country for about 18 years. So seeing how popular it's getting, and my sister as well is a big sports fanatic as well. Like, they'll have NFL parties, and they'll be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, up till 2 o'clock in the morning watching games. Same with, there's a bar down in Dublin called Devitt's, and they have all the NFL games on at night time, and all the regulars go in there as well. So it's huge, man. It's grown so much, and it's so great to see, because obviously I didn't know too much about the NFL before I came over here to America, but now being to so many Titans games and being an avid Titan fan as well, it's great to see how much it's grown over there, and the fact that like there are teams that are kind of planting their flag in UK and Ireland. And Titans are the only team who have said no, we're Ireland only. I think that's a genius move by them, because Ireland want their own team. We don't really want to be associated with the UK.
Sure, yeah.
So so it's for us. It's very, very special. And whoever made that decision to go Ireland only, genius move.
Yeah, a little bit of a complicated history there between Ireland and the United Kingdoms.
Just a little,
So I am glad to hear that, though, about the interest, Sheamus, because you work in professional sports and entertainment, I'm sure, on your end, from the professional sports angle and the entertainment angle for so many years, and you develop a bit of a cynicism about the leagues and entities making cash grabs. So I've accused the NFL in not so many situations, or in so many situations, of just doing these things to try and grift off of international broadcast rights and the money that would naturally come to it. But and I did watch your appearance, as a matter of fact, on McAfee before that Boston College Florida State game, and I was also blown away. I'm glad that you reminded me about that, about just how passionate people were to be a part of the event and then to go into the game and participate in the game that way. It was really, really cool to see.
It was amazing. It was Georgia Tech, right? Georgia Tech,
Florida State,
not
yeah.
Boston College.
Florida State, yeah. So, no, it was amazing. So, one of the biggest streets we have in the city is called Dame Street, and the way they set it up was fantastic. They closed the whole street down and had the whole fan access there. That street just runs right through the middle of Dublin, swings all around. It's on the south side and swings all the way around and goes over the bridge into the north side of O'Connell Street. So that whole, it's a kind of like that road. There's different names in different areas of it, but it sweeps all the way through. And to see so many people there, and the bar is just absolutely jam-packed, incredible. But I said this to Nate Bain as well. Like when I first met him, when I first moved down to Nashville, I said that it's Like the fact that, like, I don't people realize this, but Dublin GA football is a massive sport. It's our national sport, hurling and football. And the colours of Dublin are dark blue and light blue and white. And that's the colours of the Tennessee Titans. I was like, dude, this is like meant to be. It's like it's you couldn't have a more like compatible team going into Dublin than the Titans with their colours in it. It's just fantastic.
Well, I certainly know the business and the team side of things are very excited about the opportunity to be in Ireland and to have the Irish people participate the way that they are already, it seems, willing and ready to participate, but just to do it on the side of the Tennessee Titans. WWE Superstar Sheamus here with us on 104.5 The Zone.
Well, Sheamus, it is not just the Titans that have those marketing opportunities now in Ireland. It's also Green Bay, Jacksonville, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, and the New York Jets. So we're up against some competition here. Now, I've had multiple friends go to Dublin, and you referenced this earlier in this segment. They have told me that Dublin, in many ways, reminds them of Nashville. How can we relate the Irish audience to Nashville and make sure that they're Titans fans? What's some of that crossover? How much of the Venn diagram of Ireland and Nashville crosses over culturally to you?
Well, look, I'll tell you right away, like when I moved to Nashville, I was in Florida for 10 years. And when I moved there, like to me, it was the closest I felt to home since I've been in America since 2007. Unbelievable, mate. Like the rolling hills, the greenery, that the people down there are so nice. They're so friendly. It's a hard working town. People work their arse off down there, but they also want to enjoy themselves. Obviously, the country music stuff as well is huge. Like country music is massive over in Ireland, always has been. I remember Garth Brooks going over there, just for one example of it, and selling out Croke Park, or again, the biggest stadium and most historic stadium in Ireland, like 3 nights in a row. It was insane. There's a huge love for that. And now you can see that too with Aer Lingus now having direct flights from Dublin over to Nashville. It's like, where was this for the last 6 years? You know what I mean? Obviously connections and everything. But like it's such a similarity of culture and people that, they want to work hard, but they want to have fun, they want to listen to music, they want to be entertained, and they want to go to these games, they want to go to these sporting events and have a good time. They're not going there to kind of like to critique anything or to, people go out there to have fun. That's the same like the Nashvillians and the Irish. We want to have fun. We want to have a good time. We want to mingle. We want to make memorable moments and memorable experiences. And I know those other franchises that say they've put their foot in Ireland, but come on, I feel like that's like a couple of teams trying to put their fingers in a couple of different pies, you know what I mean? At the same time, like, what are you doing here? You 1 foot in, you 1 foot out. Like Nashville, the Titans are 2 feet into Ireland. And I think the Irish people are really, really going to respect that. And they're going to gravitate towards that. I'm a little bit disappointed that Titans aren't playing the first game there, as opposed to the Packers and the Vikings. And that's going to be a huge game, obviously, that rivalry. But I just think that, like, as I said, I will do everything in my power to express my love and back home in my home country of Ireland and Dublin to show how great this team is. And I'm going to do everything because since I came to Nashville over 6 years ago, 7 years, like literally they welcomed me with open arms. I've got to do a lot of great things, like put the sword in the stone. I've got to go out with the team. I've got to do a lot of different media with the team. So I love it. It's great. And it's only down the road from me in East Nashville. But like you see the supporters there, like we haven't had the greatest season last year. But those supporters are like that. They're diehard fans. Like when I was in Tampa, for example, if the Bucks, I was never a Bucks fan. I went to one game or two, but you can see like the stadium was half empty because if they weren't winning, people wouldn't show up. If the Titans aren't doing well, I feel like the supporters rally even harder to get behind a team, and that's what a true fan is. That's what a true Titan fan is, and Irish people respect that. It's not just the good times that you support the team. You support the team the bad times as well, if not even harder during the bad times. And I think I really feel like the Irish people are going to really embrace Titans with open arms, especially, and I'm probably saying this too many times, the fact that Titans are the only Irish exclusive team. That's going to mean so much to the Irish.
WWE wrestler Sheamus on with us. So a match made in heaven, Nashville and Ireland as a whole. You also have widely embraced all sports teams in Nashville, including Nashville Soccer Club, where you've been extremely present through the good and the bad. Obviously, right now, it's good on a 7-match unbeaten run, the U.S. Open Cup win in comeback fashion last night against Orlando. How much are you enjoying this run right now from Nashville Soccer Club?
It's fantastic. Myself and my wife have been season ticket holders for 4 seasons. And we just, we love to see the team do well. We're really excited when they came up. When they came to Nashville, and my wife, I couldn't be there because I was on the road with WWE, but she was at the season opener as well at the Otis. But it's fantastic, again, I just feel like Nashville, it's a big city, but also has a small city feel, just like Dublin. And it's a great community there. And to be involved and to support like the Preds and Nashville SC, and of course the Titans, it's great. Everyone's just there to have a good time. Everyone's happy. Everyone's just enjoying themselves, that they're rallying around. It just, to me, it's the perfect city. It's the perfect city. And everyone lives there. I'm sure they agree with me on that. But Titans are doing great. Disappointing with the Preds, but you know what? The new season's coming up, especially with for the Titans as well, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about Cam Ward as new quarterback. I've seen him do interviews and stuff, and he's not razzmatazz, man. He's all business, and I think that you don't really see that with young players anymore. It's all like, for a lot of young players, it's all about the glitz, the glamour. But Cam Ward just seems so focused, and he's ready to go to work. And I'm excited for Coach Callahan as well, because last season was tough, but he's inherited that team, and now he gets an opportunity now for the new season to sculpt his own vision and his own team, and it's going to be exciting times for Titans ahead.
No, yeah, I mean, you're speaking for the fan base, absolutely. WWE Superstar Sheamus here with us on 104.5 The Zone, avid Titans fan, Preds fan, Nashville SC fan, man of both Dublin and Nashville at this point in time, because the way that he's embraced the city, certainly the city is always ready and willing to embrace people who embrace it, and that's been the case, it seems, for Sheamus as well. Anything on the WWE horizon that the audience should be looking out for or paying attention to at this point, Sheamus?
Yeah, well, I just came back 2 weeks ago. I'm having a great time. I just got in the ring with a kid called Austin Theory, and then had a one with Grayson Waller last Monday. We're on Netflix every Monday. And then, just steamrolling ahead, just kind of want to build on that momentum and keep it going. And just enjoy. I've been in WWE for 18 years. I've pretty much done it all. But I feel right now I'm as passionate as I ever have been, because I just love what I do. It's what I've always wanted to do. And I'm just having a great time. And being in there with the younger talent as well is kind of keeping me young and on my toes, because it's the business is always evolving. It's always grown. It's like a lot of our athletes are more and more athletic. I don't think I've ever been anywhere near as athletic as some of these talents, but it's great, man. I feel like I'm in my fourth generation since I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, I came in when Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Kane were kind of on the way out. Then I was there, the John Cena, Randy Orton, and they went, and the Shield came in, those guys, and now I'm in this new NXT generation. So I feel like I've been there for four generations, 18 years with the company. This September will be 18 years in WWE. So it's crazy to think your time has flown. But as I said, I don't feel like I've ever felt as much at home anywhere in America as I have been in Nashville. I really do. I think it's definitely prolonged my career here as well in WWE, and made me really settle in for the first time.
Well, Sheamus, it's such a pleasure to speak with you. We had the opportunity to meet just briefly with Nate at Beer Olympics. I'm sure you don't remember, but good to talk to you at a more extended length here, and thanks for taking some time. I know your schedule's jam-packed these days.
It's okay. I just want to give a really big shout out to Nate Bain as well. I think when we're on the Pat McAfee show in Dublin, I made sure we gave a shout out to Nate Bain. We gave a lot of shout outs to that show, but Nate Bain is an incredible ambassador for the Tennessee Titans. Like, he's the one who brings everything together. I feel like he's the glue that kind of brings it all in and creates a great kind of like hype around the Titans every season. He's kind of like the unsung hero who sits behind, that you don't really see. But he's the one who pulls a lot of strings, and has definitely one of the reasons why I'm such a huge fan of the team as well. So big shout out to Nate Bain before I go.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's still got your Pat McAfee show shout out, making its rounds in the group text many months later. He's I know he's a good friend of yours and a good friend to a lot of people, and to your point, a great ambassador for the team and people who want to connect to the team's fans through the team. So we look forward to catching up with you at some point, maybe down the road, Sheamus, and thank you so much again for the time, sir.
Yeah, maybe we'll share a pint of Guinness down at the the Lost Paddy or up at McNamara's, wherever works for you.
I'll tell you, if I'm not a beer drinker, but with you, Sheamus, I'll drink a beer. All right, we can make that happen. I'm down.
I appreciate it, lads. Thanks a million.
That's the
Thanks,
main
Sheamus.
man, Sheamus, WWE Superstar Sheamus, with us. An avid Titans fan, as he mentioned. Yeah,
Shout out Nate Bain.
Always shout out to Nate Bain. I think the Tennessee Titans social media has taken a dramatic drop off a cliff since they stopped letting him handle the controls there, but he is excelled in his current role. And we one of the I don't say many nice things about the Titans as of late, but one of the things that they have done best is absolutely Nate Bain.
The F&M Bank chat even showing Nate some love.
He is the GOAT. 615-737-1045. If you would like to jump in on the conversation at any given point, we will talk about the only other rookie, speaking of Cam Ward, the only other rookie quarterback that can start on day one. There's some news to that effect on Buck Reising. It's 1045 The Zone.